Hi, this is Linda with KC Creations by Linda, and I'm going to do a tutorial for you today. The paper set that I'm using comes from Daisy Avenue, and I'll put a link in the description box. But I wanted to show you how I do my interactive pages. This is just one. Got flips going on like this. We've got pockets and cutouts all through it. You can see here's a pocket, here's a pocket, little pocket there, and it's all made out of that one sheet, and then these are flips that I've added. Just to give you an idea of some of the things we're going to be doing, I've got mine kind of figured out for you. Got all kinds of flips and stuff. There's another section you can see, big tag flip. And we're working on the back. So, excuse me. What you'll need to start with, let me find my papers. Here they are. This is going to be my base that everything is going to be attached to. And I have printed off 3 copies, and I hope I print off enough. If not, I'll do another one. Because to build the one, we need to cut up these 2 to add to this. Now, when I copied these, I cut them down to 8 by 5, because my page is 8.5 by 5.5. So I want a little border around it. This is 8.5 by 5.5. So this is 8 by 5. Okay? So let's get one going here. I have my trusty duster trimmer here. Let's get it cut down, and we'll figure out how we're going to cut up the other 2 pages and make our pockets and it. Okay, here we go. Now, what I was showing you, this one's 8.5 by 5.5. This one is 8 by 5. So you end up with a little border all the way around it. This is a good thing to do because when you add a flip, this will get a tiny bit wider anywhere you add it, because you can't fold it right on the edge. It needs some room to wiggle. So it backs off a little bit when you fold it in. Okay, so this is our base. I put 2 of these. I'm going to use this one here. So I needed 2 copies. That's what I did. This is going to be one of our little flips. Just like this here. Would go on the page like so. So I needed another copy so I can cut it out around here. And here's just some little embellishments and things. I might do a belly band with that. Don't know yet. We'll decide. And this is just some of the beautiful backing paper she has. I chose to use the lined paper because that way when you flip it over, you've got a big journaling spot on each one. There is a ton of other backing papers you can choose from. So let's find where I was. In all of this, let's find my piece again. Did you see where I put it? Because I sure don't. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Ta-da! Was stuck to the one that looked just like it. Okay. So here we go. Now, this is Grunge, so a lot of heavy inking. Grunge is one of my favorites. Daisy and I were talking, and we said we both love Grunge. And we thought, Grunge, it's always the same color. It's always shades of brown, black here and there. What if you design one, Daisy, I'm telling her, in a different color? use the browns, but add another color to it. So she chose Dusty Rose, and it works out absolutely gorgeous. You will see. All right. Let's take this little part here, and let's make a pocket. Now, I'm not going to do the ephemera on this. There is so much ephemera. Let me show you this. Now, I have already made this huge journal, and I have all of this left. You could make 4 journals out of this set. And she has put together a bundle, because a lot of people, after I do one of these and they see how it's put together, they want to make their own, but they want to use exactly what I used. So she has put a bundle together. Now I'm going to cut a little bit here because I want a little fold, a little tab to give us some room to stick stuff in, so it's not too tight. And so I'm going to cut into the white, and that's going to be my little tab on that side. Under all this mess, I have a scoring board. We'll grab the little one. So we're going to score right on our edge. And then on this little edge where we cut it out, spin it in. And it's going to fit right there. Exactly what you see underneath. Don't forget to miter your tabs. This keeps them from showing. If you didn't score it perfectly, you won't have that little tab. And also, when you slide in your ephemera, the angle helps it slide. If it was just flat, it could get stuck on it. So we're going to eat this up real good. This is just Aleene's Tacky Glue. It's my go-to because it's a little bit thicker than some of the more expensive glues, so it doesn't squish out so easily. Always wipe up any glue that you might see, because no matter what it is, it's going to glue shiny. You'll be able to see it. Alright, let's see. Let's do this one here. Go back to the one I was using, and yes, I'm going to cut into that one, but you're not going to know the difference. Now, anytime there is an edge that's not straight, I follow it because it's grunge. So I want it kind of not straight. Again, here's where I'm ending. So I'm going to cut a little bit over so I have my tab. And we're not going to be able to have it this long because it would come all the way up to there. So let's cut here, right above the writing. Then we'll come and get this little postal sticker. Let's get a look at what we got going on. Yep. Cut us a tab. Now, if you want things to be tighter, you don't have to put these tabs on. That's my choice. And let's see if we've cut it down far enough. We may have to cut a little bit more off the top. See if it fits first. Yeah, we got this much here. See, it stops right there. That's good. Right where our tab corners. And there's no set rule about how much you clip off. All you're trying to do is get this away from this edge. Now let's ink it up. Nice and grungy looking. Get it lined up. Make sure that this line here finishes here. That was what is underneath there, right here, that line. Make sure, because we want it an exact copy of what is underneath it. See my R, it finishes, so we're good on that. Alright, let's do this one. That would be here. And if you've already got yours set and following along with me, you know why I go like this, because I'm going around this little edge. Grunge is not straight edge, because it's supposed to be old and used. But sometimes I overemphasize the cuts, and we want to come out past this line here of our little square. I'm going to come out in here, so I have a tab. I'm lining up that line. Then line up this one. That was a little crooked. There we go. Make sure it fits. Yep. To our corners. Also, after Daisy made the Dusty Rose, which is the one I'm working on, she's going to come out with a grungy with blue added. I can't wait to get my hands on that one. She's a sweetheart to work with. Okay, we have a pocket here, we have one here, and we have one here. So it's a little unbalanced. Let's put something here. See if I got it. Yeah, look at this. So, let's cut it about there. So I want to go all the way to the end over here. And we'll cut all around the image. And if you'll rotate your paper under your scissors, it makes it a lot easier. You can do a lot more wiggling. There's the plane. You know when I'm doing a tutorial or a video, they know somehow. And they go, fly by. Okay, let's see what we got now. If we put that there, it's going to be there. So I'm going to end it right there. I don't want it too close, because if this overlapped this, you couldn't make a pocket very good. So right where that little bump is that comes up, I'm going to take that completely off. There, and where our white line is. Yep. And you might see another pattern in the paper that you want to do. You just follow, just like I've done. She's made some really interesting interactive pieces that I've already made, used up in the journal. And this one is going to be, because as you can see my journal, I can't get anything else in there, so I can't get this page in there. So I'm going to make a standalone with the page I just showed you, and just put some do some copying on copy paper of the lined paper she has, and it'd be a little standalone and have some journaling pages in there. Okay, this is our background. We got a pocket here, pocket here, pocket here, and pocket here. So let's get our scraps out of the way here. And let's make, let's see which is either. Okay, this is going to be a flip. So I need a straight edge. That one will go there. So we're going to put this one on the right side. Let's leave about there. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some of our backing paper, some of the lined paper I showed you, and we're going to back this. And I'll show you how to do it really easy, because you do not want to have to cut this out twice. So first we're going to score. This is my tab I'm making. And we can cut off all this excess here. And if you didn't want to back it, you could always take the whole sheet like it was somewhere. the whole sheet like this, put it in the printer and print on the back of it if you wanted. It's up to you. But the way I'm going to do it, not only am I going to make pockets here, I'm going to make this a pocket also. So this is going to fold over and it's going to hit on our page right here. When it folds over, remember I told you, when you put it like this, it will find some wiggle room. And I don't want to see white. I have this thing for white. Nope, I'm not having it. And when I open this up to put cards in it, I don't want to see any white in there. So we'll kind of hold it up and I can kind of see where I'm going. Kind of overemphasize it. And we're going to tuck this around here, like so. So kind of get an idea where we're at. I'd be inking out to about here. Okay, let's ink this tab we have here, because when it folds over, it would still be white, just like this is white right here, but this is where it's inked, so no white showing, because this is going to get cut there. So, we want to leave this open, so no glue there. And I kind of hold it up to the light to see where I'm going. This is an easy one. Just go straight down, close to the fold line, but not on it, not where you scored. And across the bottom. And we want a little on our edge here, so we don't want things falling out the side. And we're going to tape this, make sure our paper is right side up, and we're going to slide it on there. And as you can see, I put the sheet a little bit further down. That way I want to make sure that it's not crooked when I get it on there. Okay, that's pretty good. That'll be our back. Let's let that dry just a little bit, and we'll go to our other piece. Now it is going to be a flip on the left, so I'm going to use this white sticking out here as my tab. I'm just going to roughly cut it. Let's see. And the reason I'm not cutting it up to the edge is because then I'd have to cut it out twice. So if I just get me a nice big piece, can glue another piece on there and cut them both out at the same time. Now here we're going to lose this lace over here. That's alright. We'll be fine. I hope I'm straight here. Let me get my big scoreboard that's got lines on it. I've always told you about the lines on my scoreboard, those black lines. Because this is not perfectly straight, I can line, let me get over here where you can see. I can line here and here up against the lines that I've drawn on here. So there'd be about right there. I can look at this, see if it needs to be moved over just a tad. And that's what it's going to look like. So again, let's ink up this fold because we don't want it. Now this will be totally glued down, so we don't have to worry about inking any edges like we did on the other piece. Ink up this. Let's see, backing paper. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work great. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to glue all this. Right up to the score line, but not on it. And if you do get some on it, after you glue it down, just wipe it off because we don't want to get it, we don't want it to stick to our base piece, the accident. That's good. Check one more time to make sure I'm right side up. Yep. Just going to take the tab, fold it under, and just slide it up against paper. Okay, check here, make sure it's straight. See where some of my glue oozed out there? And somewhere I did have, haha, there it is. My napkin, wipe it up. Let it dry, because we don't want to mess with it. If we bend it over, it's going to stick. This one too. Just going to dab it up. Never see that. That is on, that will be wrapped around. So, our first one should be dry here, that we did, dry enough for us to mess with it. So we're going to start down here where the image starts, come in at an angle, and we're just going to cut around everything. You want to make sure that you hold your pieces really tight together. And here I've got the glued down part helping me hold it. There's a little rusty safety pin there. I generally, for my grunge, I rest all my paper clips, fasteners, safety pins, because shiny just doesn't go with grunge. Another safety pin. Some of this bulk off. There. You can add, as you can see, there's little buttons, there's wax, seals, safety pins. You could add all that into this little flip. I have to say, grunge, I think, is one of my go-tos. I love it. maybe if I'm real sweet and say pretty please, she'll come up with another color. We've got Dusty Rose, we got blue she's working on now. Wonder what color we should come up with. If y'all have got some ideas, let me know. And I'll say pretty please. And maybe she'll have time to make us one. Okay. See the edges? This one needs a little bit more. We'll sneak under there. Put some. I don't think I inked that part. Nope, I didn't. Inked it now. And see, you've got your back is a perfect fit to your front when you do it that way. Instead of tracing around it and trying to cut out two separate things and get them to match up. I'm not good at that either. I'm always trimming. Don't forget your other side. That gives you some little journaling space here. Little note, something. Yeah, get our main piece. And that's going to go, let's see if it's too long. Just a tad. See there? How it's hanging over? We're going to fix that. We're going to cut it off. Then we're going to check, see if it's still glued. Yep. Ink it up. There. Now put some glue on our tab. And we'll put this one closer to the bottom. Just a tiny press, bend it over very slowly so it doesn't wiggle too much. You can always slide it in a little bit. Perfect. It's still a little bit off. Better cut the glue off this time. Yep. Now it's alright. Jeez. Got it. Okay. Same with this guy. Cut out around him. And you want to try to stay pretty much as the design goes, because we're going to put a pocket on it, and we don't want our pocket to be too far off, because we're going to be cutting it separate instead of squished up against this one together, if you understand what I mean. Little string I'm going to cut off. corners. There we go. Now let's ink it up. And we got another little journaling spot now on the back. I hope you're following along. You can always go back a little bit. And let's see. Let's put him up here. There's our flaps. Either way you want to do them. Now we will take no place for a belly band. Get my paper here. This guy. You could also, if you wanted, do the same thing and put this guy on the side. Okay, let's see, what do we want? My voice wants to stay going. Let's get a pocket going. Make a little pocket. We'll go here, up, and around. Yes, no. Here, and then we would lose our little people. That's okay, you'll see them underneath. Then I could go here and under the people. Yep, that's what we'll do. Okay, cut out your bottom. And this is what I was talking about. I just cut out this one. Now I'm cutting out this one separately. So I'm going to do my best to try to follow the image underneath. But I'm not a machine, so who knows? And we may have to do a little trimming to get everything to match up. And we'll leave our white. That'll be our little tabs. Except this side cannot have a tab because it is not straight like this one is. We already lost that lace, remember? But on this side, no tab, because it is not straight. So we're going to cut up like so. What do we want it to end? Let's go way in here. Make a pocket. Come up right along there. Let's go up here. Not too bad. So let's make a mark. Let's get it lined up here. We're going to make a mark where we need to score. Oops. Hold on to it, Linda. And a mark here so they match up. You should try the lines. It really helps when you're not working with something that's perfectly straight. Fill that in. We'll have one little tab. See how close we got. Good deal. If you guys don't like grunge, just think of it as something else. I love it. I guess because it's so busy and there's so much to it. Tab doesn't need to be that wide. And she has really done an excellent job of collaging all that on the page. Now you can come straight up here and glue this whole thing because it's glued here. Nothing can get there. So I'll just put some glue on it. Wow, Linda, you impressed yourself. There we go. Okay, let's do another pocket up here. We need space between the top of this pocket and the bottom of the other one. But I think we could cut right under these people. Let's try. We shall not know until we do. So let's cut the ruler right underneath him. Then I'm going to cut right there underneath the people. Old vintage photos. And we'll go up over here around the burlap. Now for the top of it, we'll catch one of the butterflies. So let's angle it in here. Paper clip. Then we'll go down the side of that butterfly's wing. Back up for the little label. Let's see how much we're going to take off for this one. A little mark. I think that's kind of boring. So I'm going to make it shorter on this side. Let's go around her button. Instead of making it all the way across, because that's what most pockets do. So we want to be different. Yeah, that gives us plenty of room, because that'll be glued down. Yep, we're good. Cut off the tabs. Oh, my camera is still running. Yep, it is. Oh, good. I don't know how many times I've started this and then forget about the camera, just think it lasts forever. It does not. Okay, I'm going to clear a tab all the way around here. put glue on this because the card is going to stop. There's going to be glue here, so there's nothing that can go way over here. If you understand what I mean. I hope so. You can always reach out and touch me and go, what on earth were you talking about? And I'll try my best to tell you. There. Now, we have a pocket here and a pocket here. Writing space here. We need some pockets on this little guy. So let's see. Get my piece in here somewhere. There it is. And it is. Yep, that's it. Okay. There was two of them like this, and I wanted to make sure I made the same copy of the correct one. And me, I tried to match a odd piece onto it. Alright, where's the pocket's going to go? Our first pocket is going to go right along there. This is also good practice for fussy cutting for those who don't like to do it. I used to just, oh gosh, I got a fussy cut, what am I going to do? Now it didn't bother me at all. And no tab on this one because we want it to be a little tighter. Perfect. I'm going to glue all the way around here, leaving the top open. On the other side. Yep, they're still good. And we'll make a pocket. Let's see, what else can we do? Let's see. Cut it into here. Let's see, we'll cut there. Let's cut like this. Let's see, go around the button. And the ruler. A tiny little tuck spot. Shall we leave? No, we shall not. We're going to cut this off because it is so close to this one. I mean, it's perfect fit like a puzzle, but it's going to be glued down so that our pocket will still be loose. Sides and bottom. And you may say, Gosh, that's a tiny pocket. We got some tiny pieces to play with in this set. We have a ton of stuff. As you saw, all the stuff that I had left over. And I've already made 2 signatures where all 4 sides of the pages. I'll show you. This is the signature. So we've got this side, this side, this side, and this side. All 4 sides. And this one too. There was no way this one was going to fit in there. I tried. It's like, nope. It's not even going to close. So, there we have it, ladies. That's basically it. We'll go over it again. We got a pocket here, 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 and here. Over here, we've got our top pocket here, and we've got our pocket down here. And on this one, we have our little tuck spot there, pocket here, and remember, we got all of this to stick cards in, just like so. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope it wasn't too confusing. If it is, you know how to find me. I'll be glad to help you. And also check out this bundle. It is absolutely gorgeous. Daisy Avenue, Dusty Rose Grunge is what it's called. And I can't wait to do the blue set. Thank you for joining me, ladies. I really appreciate it. And gentlemen, I have found out. Until next time, stay crafty. Bye-bye.